Hi students, in the last lecture we discussed about the reflection coefficient of a transmission line, and in this lecture we will study about the voltage standing wave ratio, that is VSWR, voltage standing wave ratio. And we know the value of reflection coefficient, that is gamma, capital letter gamma, is equal to ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. This is the value of reflection coefficient with respect to the impedance value. So when this impedance, that is ZL, is equal to Z0, then the value of the reflection coefficient gamma will be equal to 0 in this equation. When the value of ZL is equal to Z0, then this equation becomes the value of reflection coefficient becomes 0. That is, this means that if I send a wave, nothing will reflect back. That is, everything get absorbed or it is flowing in one direction. No wave is reflects back. That is the meaning of when the value of reflection coefficient is equal to 0. And if we send something and everything will be reflected back, in that case, that is, whatever we sent, everything get reflected back. In that case, the value of reflection coefficient should be 1 and it is not equal to 0. That is, some reflection is there. So the value of reflection coefficient, this gamma, is equal to 1. In that case, the value of ZL will be equal to 0. Then if the value of ZL becomes 0, then the equation is Z0 divided by Z0. That is, the gamma is equal to Z minus Z0 divided by Z0, and it is equal to 1. The value of this is equal to 1. So the range of reflection coefficient is from 0 to 1. That is, it is in between 0 to 1, the value of reflection coefficient. So next is the voltage standing wave ratio. The definition of voltage standing wave ratio is mentioned here. It is the ratio of maximum to minimum magnitude of voltage or current on a line having a standing wave is known as a standing wave ratio or voltage standing wave ratio. So it is actually a ratio between the maximum to minimum magnitude of voltage, that is Vmax divided by Vminimum. So this VSWR or voltage standing wave ratio is represented by the letter S, and that S is equal to VSWR is equal to Vmax divided by Vminimum, and it is equal to 1 plus the magnitude of gamma, that is the reflection coefficient, divided by 1 minus the magnitude of gamma. This is the equation for finding the value of VSWR or the voltage standing wave ratio. That is, the VSWR or voltage standing wave ratio, it is equal to 1 plus the magnitude of gamma divided by 1 minus the magnitude of gamma. So from this relation, we get the range of the VSWR. So the value of VSWR, when the value of gamma is equal to 0, it is equal to 1. That is, we are putting in the place of gamma 0. Then we get the value of VSWR is 1 by 1. It is 1. And the value of VSWR at the value of reflection coefficient is equal to 1. In that case, the value of VSWR becomes 1 plus 1 divided by 1 minus 1. It becomes infinity. So the range of VSWR lies between 1 and infinity. So the voltage we know the voltage is flowing like a sine wave. At some point it have a positive maximum value, and at some point it have a negative maximum value. From this waveform, it is the flow of wave through a closed pipe. Here the signal is like a wave, and in this wave it has a positive maximum value, and if we are taking this as the reference, then it is the negative maximum value. Then what is the physical meaning of this VSWR? Say for an example, we are sending some wave through a pipe. Taking this example, we are sending some wave through a pipe. When the wave it reaches at the end of the pipe, the end is closed by some means, then the wave goes back to the other end, and we are closing this side also. Then the wave is moving in the other side. That is, the wave is moving forward and backward inside the pipe, and it looks like a wave is standing still. It is actually called a standing wave. So we understood the standing wave with its physical example. That is, at some point this wave is moving in this direction, and when we close here, then it is moving backward, and when we close this side also, then the wave is moving in this direction, and finally it get a standstill condition. This condition, the wave in this condition is known as a standing wave. So this is the physical meaning of a standing wave. And next we have to find out what is the Vmax and Vminimum and how it is related. Vmax is nothing but a point in the transmission line where the voltage is having a maximum value. And we know at that point the impedance should be a minimum. It have a minimum value for the impedance. So the minimum value of impedance, this is the case of a transmission line, and this is the characteristic impedance, and ZL is the load impedance, and this is the source. At some point of this transmission line, we get at particular length of this transmission line, we get a maximum voltage, and at that point the impedance of the line should be minimum, and we can find out the minimum impedance, that is Z minimum, of the transmission line by using this equation. Z minimum is equal to 1 by 2 beta into 5 plus 2m plus 1 into pi. Here m is the value which is varying from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And also we can find out the maximum impedance. What is the significance of this maximum impedance? Next we have to find out at what length the minimum impedance will happen. That is, in the former case, at what point the minimum impedance happen. At that point we get the maximum voltage. In a similar way, we can easily find out at what length the minimum voltage occurs in a transmission line, because on the corresponding point should have a maximum impedance. So we can say that the transmission line is consisting various values of voltages, and the maximum voltage holding point can be found out by finding the minimum impedance, and the minimum voltage carrying or holding point can be found out by using the maximum impedance point. So the maximum impedance points അല്ലെങ്കിൽ Zmax is equal to minus 1 divided by 2 beta into 5 plus 2m pi. By using this relation, we can find out the maximum impedance of a transmission line. and here also the value of m is 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. This shows that at what length of the conductor the impedance is maximum, then at that point the voltage should be minimum. So we can get the value of Vmax and the V minimum in this way. And the ratio of this Vmax and V minimum, that is the ratio of Vmax to V minimum, it is known as the voltage standing wave ratio. And next we have to find out the relation between this Vmax and Vmax, Imax, and V minimum and I minimum. So refer this figure. This figure shows the current and voltage waveform. So in this figure, this is the voltage equation, waveform, voltage waveform, and this is the dashed line is the current waveform. And in this point the voltage should be minimum, and here the voltage is maximum. It is Vmax and this is V minimum. In a similar way, this is the current waveform, and here it is the maximum value showing, that is Imax, and here it is showing the minimum value, I minimum. So from this figure, where the Vmax is occurs, at that point I minimum occurs. Corresponding to this point, here it occurs I minimum. And in a similar way, where Imax occurs, in corresponding to that point, V minimum occurs. That is the V and I. From this relation we know that the V and I are phase shifted by 180 degree. That is maximum value of current. When the maximum value of current occurs, at that point the minimum value of voltage occurs. And when the maximum value of voltage occurs, at that particular point the minimum value of current occurs. So the voltage and current are phase shifted by 180 degree. That is the relation between the voltage and current. So we can summarize this, that is the voltage and current are phase shifted by 180 degree. The maximum voltage showing point, corresponding to that point we get the minimum current, and maximum current showing point at corresponding to that particular point we get the minimum voltage. So next is we have to find out the maximum impedance. It is actually, we know the relation for finding the impedance is V by I. So Zmax is equal to Vmax divided by I minimum. That is equal to Z0 into S. And Z minimum is equal to V minimum divided by I max. That is equal to Z0 divided by S. By using these equations, we can find out the maximum impedance and also the minimum impedance. Here S is the standing wave ratio. Thank you.